In the silent forest beyond Hastinapura, a king lived without a crown. Pandu, once ruler of empires, now walked barefoot upon fallen leaves, haunted by a curse that turned his love into death. Beside him were his queens Kunti and Madri, two hearts bound to the same fate. They built a small hermitage among tall sal trees. The laughter of birds replaced the music of the court, and yet every sunrise carried the same ache: a king who could never hold his child. Pandu lived in penance. He prayed, fasted, and offered his days to silence. But in his heart grew one wish he could not bury: to be a father. He watched Kunti caring for the forest people, her calm strength shining even in hardship. One night, as moonlight covered the leaves, he said softly, "If only I could have a son, even one." Kunti looked at him not with pity but with knowing. She carried a secret from long before her marriage. As a young girl, Kunti had once served a powerful sage. Pleased by her devotion, he had granted her a mantra, the power to summon any god and bear a child by divine will. Out of curiosity, she had once invoked the sun himself, and a child was born radiant as his father. Terrified of scandal, she had placed the baby in a basket and set him adrift upon the river. That child would one day return to history as Karna. Now, in the stillness of the forest, Kunti told Pandu of the mantra. His eyes filled with tears of gratitude, fear, and hope. "Call upon the gods," he whispered, "and let destiny forgive what the curse has taken." With Pandu's blessing, Kunti closed her eyes and recited the sacred words. First, she invoked Dharma, the god of righteousness, and bore Yudhishthira, calm and just. Then she called Vayu, the god of wind, and bore Bhima, fierce and strong. Lastly, she summoned Indra, lord of the heavens, and bore Arjuna, graceful and destined for greatness. Each child was born with a mark of light upon their brow. The forest itself seemed to celebrate. Flowers bloomed out of season. The rivers sang louder. Seeing this, Madri fell to her knees. "Sister," she said, "share with me this gift." Kunti agreed. She taught Madri the mantra, and Madri called upon the twin gods, the Ashwini Kumaras. She bore Nakula and Sahadeva, handsome, wise, and pure. Thus were born the 5 Pandavas, sons of gods, destined for glory and pain alike. Years passed in peace. The children grew under the forest sun, learning from Pandu the virtues of truth and courage. But fate never sleeps. One spring morning, Pandu wandered deeper into the woods, where wild blossoms painted the hills crimson. Madri followed him. For a moment, he forgot the curse. He held her hand and time stopped. A single breath later, he collapsed, lifeless. The curse had claimed him. Madri, stricken with guilt, laid herself upon the pyre beside him. Her last words were for Kunti: "Take care of our sons." Kunti returned to Hastinapura with 5 children who would change the world. The forest had taken a king, but had given birth to heroes. Follow for Chapter 6, The Seeds of Rivalry.